Okay, so assalamualaikum everyone. This is me, Mehtab Manwala, and I'm a student at Trans School Online Academy. So, welcome to my show, Inspiring Minds, where I will try to inspire you. And as you know, that on daily basis we will do interviews, and when we will do interviews, so we have a very special guest in our studio. And today I have a very special guest in my studio, and she is called Annie. And today we are going to take an interview from Colin, the new topic, and the topic of our interview is that how to start day with happiness. So, let's start this interview with meet and greet session with call Annie. So, hello Annie, how are you today? And kindly introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, Madab. Thank you for having me on your show, Inspiring Minds. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. My name is Annie, and I'm a 30-year-old art and engineering enthusiast from New Jersey. I'm really passionate about yoga, video games, and outdoor activities. I've also had the amazing opportunity to study in Florence, which was a dream come true. When I'm not exploring new places or trying new things, you can find me dancing to dance music or watching romance movies. I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic, huh? I'm really excited to be here and share my thoughts on how to start the day with happiness.
Okay, so yeah, let's start this interview with some personal habits question. And now, first of all, explain me that what is the first thing you do in the morning that make you happy?
You know, I'm a big believer in starting the day on a positive note. For me, the first thing I do in the morning that makes me happy is dramatic pause. My morning yoga routine. I know it sounds cliche, but it really sets the tone for the rest of the day. As soon as I wake up, I head to my little yoga nook and I spend about 20 minutes just stretching, breathing, and centering myself. It's my me time, and it helps me shake off any morning grogginess. Plus, it's a great way to get those endorphins going, you know. By the time I'm done, I'm feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day.
Okay, so now explain me that how does a good night's sleeps affect your morning routine?
You know, I'm a total believer in the power of a good night's sleep. If I don't get enough rest, my morning yoga routine just doesn't feel the same. When I get a good night's sleep, I wake up feeling rested and refreshed, and my mind is clearer. It's like my brain has had a chance to reboot, you know. A good night's sleep helps me establish a consistent morning routine, which is so important for me. When I'm well rested, I'm more motivated to get out of bed and start my day. I'm not hitting the snooze button a million times, and I'm actually looking forward to that morning yoga routine. Plus, when I'm well rested, I'm more focused and alert, which helps me make healthier choices throughout the day. I'm not reaching for extra coffee or sugary snacks just to get an energy boost. I'm making intentional choices that support my well being, and that sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. It's all connected, you know. A good night's sleep, a consistent morning routine, and healthy choices all work together to help me feel happy, energized, and ready to take on the day.
Okay, so now explain me that can setting an intention for the day increase happiness?
I love setting intentions for the day. For me, it's all about being mindful and present in the moment. When I set an intention, I'm giving myself a clear direction and focus for the day. It's like setting a gentle reminder for myself to stay on track and prioritize what's truly important. When I set an intention, I try to make it positive and specific. For example, I might say to myself, today I intend to approach challenges with patience and kindness, or today I intend to take a few extra moments to appreciate the beauty around me. It's all about cultivating a mindset that supports happiness and well being. Setting an intention also helps me stay focused on what's truly important. When I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed, I can come back to my intention and remind myself of what really matters. It's like having a little anchor that keeps me grounded and centered. And here's the thing, when I set an intention, I'm not just setting it for myself, I'm also holding space for it to unfold. I'm trusting that the universe will support me and guide me towards making choices that align with my intention. It's all about having faith and trust in the power of intention. For me, setting an intention is like sending a little message to the universe, saying, hey, I'm open to happiness and positivity today. Please bring it on. And I truly believe that when we set intentions from a place of kindness and compassion, we open ourselves up to all sorts of amazing possibilities.
Okay, so now explain me that what role does gratitude play in starting the day positively?
I'm a big believer in the power of gratitude. For me, gratitude plays a huge role in starting the day positively. When I take a few moments each morning to reflect on what I'm thankful for, it completely shifts my perspective. It's like a little mindset reset. I try to keep it simple, you know. I might take a few deep breaths and say to myself, I'm grateful for this new day, for my health, for my friends and family, for the opportunities ahead. It's all about focusing on the good stuff, the things that bring me joy and make me feel connected. When I start the day with gratitude, I feel more grounded and centered. It's like I'm filling myself up with positivity, which then overflows into the rest of my day. I'm more likely to approach challenges with a sense of calm and confidence, and I'm more open to embracing whatever comes my way. Plus, gratitude helps me stay present in the moment. When I'm focusing on what I'm thankful for, I'm not worried about the past or stressing about the future. I'm right here, right now, in this moment. And that's where the magic happens, you know. For me, gratitude is like a little anchor that keeps me connected to what truly matters. It reminds me that no matter what's going on, there's always something to be thankful for. And when I start the day with that mindset, I feel unstoppable.
Okay, so now explain me that. How can smiling upon waking up affect our mood?
I just love this topic. You I've always been a morning person, and one thing that's become a habit for me is smiling as soon as I wake up. It's like a little trick I play on myself to set a positive tone for the day. When I smile, it sends a signal to my brain that everything is okay and that it's a new day full of possibilities. It's like a little wake up call for my mind and body. Plus, smiling releases endorphins, which are like natural mood boosters. They help me feel more energized and alert, and they start my day off on a happy note. But here's the thing, it's not just about smiling for the sake of smiling, it's about smiling with intention. When I wake up, I take a deep breath in and I think about something that makes me happy. It might be a memory, a person, or just something I'm looking forward to that day. And as I'm thinking about it, I let a big smile spread across my face. When I do that, it's like my whole body responds. My face relaxes, my shoulders drop, and I feel a sense of calm wash over me. It's like my smile is saying, hey world, I'm ready for you. Bring it on. And the best part is, it's contagious. When I smile, I start to feel more positive and energetic, and that spills over into the rest of my day. I'm more likely to approach challenges with a sense of humor and optimism, and I'm more open to connecting with others and spreading joy. So, to answer your question, smiling upon waking up can totally affect our mood. It's like a little gift we give ourselves to start the day off on the right foot.
Okay, so now explain me that. Like, what are some morning routines that promote happiness?
I just love exploring new morning routines that can boost happiness. For me, it's all about finding activities that nourish my mind, body, and soul. Here are some of my favorite morning routines that promote happiness. First, of course, is my beloved yoga practice. I try to start every day with at least 10-15 minutes of gentle stretching and breathing exercises. It helps me connect with my body and calm my mind. Next up is journaling. I love taking a few minutes each morning to write down my thoughts, gratitudes, and intentions for the day. It helps me process my emotions, reflect on my experiences, and clarify my goals. Another favorite of mine is simply taking a few minutes to enjoy nature. Whether it's sipping a cup of tea on my balcony, watching the sunrise, or taking a short walk outside, being in nature always lifts my mood and helps me feel more grounded. I'm also a big fan of listening to uplifting music or podcasts in the morning. It's a great way to get energized and inspired for the day ahead. Some of my favorite morning playlists include classical music, nature sounds, or motivational talks. Lastly, I try to incorporate some form of self-care into my morning routine, whether it's reading a book, taking a relaxing bath, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee in peace. It's all about making time for activities that bring me joy and help me feel more relaxed. But here's the thing, everyone's morning routine is going to look different, and that's what makes it so beautiful. What works for me might not work for someone else, and that's totally okay. The most important thing is to find activities that make you feel good and to prioritize them in your morning routine. So, what are some morning routines that promote happiness for you, Madob? Do you have any favorite activities that help you start the day off on a positive note?
Okay, so now explain me that. How does exercise in the morning influence your happiness?
You know, I just love exercising in the morning. For me, it's all about setting a positive tone for the day. When I exercise in the morning, I feel like I'm giving myself a boost of energy and confidence that lasts all day long. First of all, exercising in the morning releases endorphins, which are like natural happiness chemicals. They help me feel more energized, more focused, and more optimistic. And let me tell you, it's a great feeling. But it's not just about the physical benefits, exercising in the morning also helps me mentally. It's like a mini meditation session for me. When I'm moving my body, I'm also clearing my mind and getting ready for the day ahead. It's like I'm setting my intentions and getting my priorities straight. And the best part is, exercising in the morning doesn't have to be a huge, time consuming activity. Even just a short 10-15 minute walk or some light stretching can make a big difference. For me, it's all about finding a routine that works for my lifestyle and that I enjoy. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Annie, what about when I'm not a morning person? Well, here's the thing, it's all about starting small and finding what works for you. Even if you're not a morning person, you can still try incorporating some light exercise or stretching into your morning routine. It might be as simple as taking the stairs instead of the elevator or doing a few jumping jacks during commercial breaks while watching TV. For me, exercising in the morning is all about self-care and self-love. It's like I'm saying to myself, hey, Annie, you're worth it. You're worth taking care of and investing in. And that feeling of self-love and self-worth carries over into the rest of my day. So, Madob, do you have any favorite exercises or morning routines that help boost your happiness?
Okay, so yeah, now explain me that. Is meditation or mindfulness active for a joyful morning?
You know, I just love meditation and mindfulness. For me, they're like the ultimate joy boosters. And the best part is, you can incorporate them into your morning routine in just a few minutes a day. Meditation and mindfulness are all about being present in the moment and letting go of distractions. When I meditate or practice mindfulness, I feel like I'm giving myself permission to slow down and really focus on what's happening right now. For me, the key to a joyful morning is starting with a mindfulness practice. It might be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, noticing the sensation of my feet on the ground, or paying attention to the sounds around me. It's all about cultivating awareness and presence. One of my favorite mindfulness exercises is a loving kindness meditation. I'll sit comfortably, close my eyes, and focus on sending kindness and compassion to myself and others. It's like I'm filling myself up with positivity and warmth, and it sets me up for a joyful day. Another thing I love to do is a body scan meditation. I lie down or sit comfortably and slowly bring my attention to each part of my body, starting at my toes and moving up to the top of my head. It's like I'm giving myself a big hug, and it helps me release any tension or stress. Mindfulness is also super helpful in my daily activities. For example, when I'm brushing my teeth or taking a shower, I'll try to focus on the sensations and the experience, rather than getting caught up in thoughts or distractions. It's like I'm turning everyday activities into little mindfulness exercises. And the best part is, meditation and mindfulness are like muscles that can be developed with practice. Even just a few minutes a day can make a big difference in how I feel. I'll often set a timer for just 5-10 minutes and sit in silence, focusing on my breath or a mantra. It's like I'm giving myself a little gift of calm and clarity. So, Madab, do you have any favorite mindfulness or meditation practices that help you start your day on a joyful note?
Okay, so now explain me that. What types of music can elevate your mood in the morning?
You know, I just love music. For me, it's like the ultimate mood booster. When I wake up in the morning, I love to put on some uplifting tunes that help me start the day on a positive note. For me, the best types of music to elevate my mood in the morning are usually upbeat and energetic, but not too overwhelming. I love listening to music with a happy, optimistic vibe that makes me feel like getting up and dancing. One of my favorite morning playlists is a mix of indie folk, acoustic, and pop music. Artists like Jack Johnson, Jason Mraz, and Colby Caleb always put me in a good mood. Their music is catchy, upbeat, and fun, but also has a laid-back, easygoing vibe that's perfect for a morning pick-me-up. I also love listening to electronic dance music EDM in the morning. There's something about the energetic beat and catchy melodies that always gets me pumped up and ready to take on the day. Artists like Calvin Harris, David Guetta and Tisto are some of my go-to morning motivators. Another type of music that I find really uplifting in the morning is nature sounds or instrumental music. There's something about the soothing sounds of birds chirping, waves crashing, or piano melodies that creates a peaceful and calming atmosphere. It's like a mini vacation from the stresses of everyday life. Of course, music is super personal, and what works for me might not work for everyone. But I think the key is to find music that resonates with you and lifts your spirits. Whether it's classical, rock, or hip hop, the most important thing is to find music that makes you feel good and gets you moving in the morning. So, Madab, what about you? What types of music do you love listening to in the morning to elevate your mood?
Okay, so now explain me that does a warm shower or bath enhance morning happiness?
I just love starting my day with a warm shower or bath. For me, it's like the ultimate morning ritual. There's something about the feeling of warm water on my skin that's just incredibly invigorating and rejuvenating. First of all, a warm shower or bath is like a big hug for my body. It's like I'm enveloping myself in warmth and comfort, and it's the perfect way to wake up on a chilly morning. The sensation of the warm water is so soothing, it's like my muscles just melt into relaxation. But it's not just about the physical sensation, a warm shower or bath also has a profound effect on my mental state. When I'm feeling stressed or anxious, a warm bath is like a calming balm for my mind. The warmth seems to seep into my bones and calm my nervous system, making me feel more centered and grounded. And let's not forget the sensory experience. A warm shower or bath is like a mini spa treatment with all the sights, sounds, and smells that come with it. I love the feeling of the water cascading down my skin, the sound of the water flowing, and the scent of my favorite soap or essential oils. It's like a little sensory paradise. Plus, a warm shower or bath is a great way to get my blood flowing and energize myself for the day ahead. The warmth stimulates my circulation, helps to loosen up my muscles, and gets my heart rate up. It's like a natural wake-up call. Of course, the best part is that I can customize my shower or bath experience to suit my mood and needs. If I'm feeling stressed, I might add some calming essential oils like lavender or chamomile. If I'm feeling sluggish, I might use a refreshing shower gel or exfoliating scrub to wake myself up. So, Madab, do you have a favorite way to start your day with a warm shower bath? What makes your morning bathing routine special?
Okay, can doing 6 in the morning was helpful for spending your day fulfilled and very good.
Madab, waking up at 6 am can be incredibly helpful for having a fulfilling day. For me, it's all about creating a head start on the day and setting a positive tone. When I wake up at 6 am, I feel like I have a sense of control and calm that I wouldn't have if I were rushing around later in the morning. It's like I'm giving myself a gift of extra time and energy to tackle the day ahead. Plus, the early morning hours are usually so peaceful and quiet, it's the perfect time for me to reflect, meditate, or practice some yoga. It's like I'm setting my intentions for the day and getting centered before the world outside gets busy. And, let's be real, getting a head start on the day can be such a confidence booster. When I'm up and moving early, I feel like I can tackle anything that comes my way. It's like I'm saying to myself, hey, I've got this. I'm ready to take on the day and make the most of it. Of course, waking up at 6 am isn't always easy, especially if you're not a morning person. But for me, the benefits far outweigh the costs. I find that I'm more productive, more focused, and more energized throughout the day when I get a good start in the morning. Plus, it's not just about the morning itself, it's about creating a rhythm and routine that sets me up for success. When I'm consistent with my wake up time, I find that my days flow more smoothly and I'm able to accomplish so much more. So, Madab, what about you? What's your favorite morning routine or ritual that helps you set yourself up for a fulfilling day?
Okay, so now explain me that what is the correct ways to use a blade for hair removal to prevent cuts or irritation?
Madab, using a blade for hair removal can be a bit tricky, but with the right techniques and precautions, you can minimize the risk of cuts and irritation. First of all, it's essential to prepare your skin before using a blade. Make sure to clean and exfoliate your skin to remove any dirt, oil, or dead skin cells. This will help the blade glide more smoothly and reduce the risk of ingrown hairs. Next, choose the right blade for the job. A sharp blade is essential for safe and effective hair removal. A dull blade can cause more nicks and cuts, so make sure to change your blade regularly. Now, let's talk about the actual technique. When using a blade, it's essential to shave in the direction of hair growth, not against it. Shaving against the grain can cause razor burn, ingrown hairs, and bumps. So take the time to learn the direction of your hair growth and shave in that direction. When shaving, use light, gentle strokes and don't press too hard on the skin. Let the weight of the blade do the work, rather than applying too much pressure. This will help prevent nicks and cuts. It's also essential to shave with a lubricating shave cream or gel. This will help the blade glide more smoothly and reduce friction on the skin. After shaving, rinse your skin with cold water to close the pores and reduce the risk of irritation. And, of course, apply a soothing aftershave or balm to calm and moisturize the skin. Some other tips to keep in mind. Exfoliate your skin 1-2 days before shaving to help remove dead skin cells and prevent ingrown hairs. Avoid shaving over the same spot multiple times, as this can cause irritation and razor burn. Use a blade with a built-in guard or a razor with a safety feature to prevent nicks and cuts. Shave in a well-lit area, so you can see what you're doing. Don't shave when your skin is sensitive or irritated, as this can exacerbate the issue. By following these tips and techniques, you can minimize the risk of cuts and irritation when using a blade for hair removal. So, Madab, do you have any favorite shaving tips or tricks?
No, I don't do it. I do it with cream.
Madab, using hair removal cream is a great alternative to shaving. It's often easier on the skin and can be less irritating than shaving. I've tried hair removal cream before, and it's amazing how effectively it can remove hair without the need for a blade. Plus, it's usually pretty easy to use. Just apply the cream, wait a few minutes, and wipe away the hair and cream with a warm cloth. One of the things I like about hair removal cream is that it's often gentler on the skin than shaving. Because it dissolves the hair at the surface of the skin, rather than cutting it can be less irritating and cause fewer ingrown hairs. Of course, there are a few things to keep in mind when using hair removal cream. Make sure to follow the instructions carefully, and do a patch test before using it on a larger area of skin. Some people can be sensitive to the
Okay,
ingredients
so
in hair
let's move
removal
to the
cream.
question and now
So,
explain me that. Can men can be naked and just wear underwear, so it would be great for the starting the day?
Madab, I think I know what you're getting at. You're saying that men can simply wake up, put on some underwear, and they are good to go. No fuss, no muss, right? Well, I think that's a great point. Sometimes simplicity is the best way to go. And if a guy can just throw on some underwear and be ready to start his day, that's definitely a low maintenance approach. But I have to ask, Madab, are you trying to say that men have it easier when it comes to getting dressed in the morning? That they can just roll out of bed and be ready to go, while women have to deal with more complicated wardrobes and grooming routines? Because, let's be real, that's often the case. Women often have to consider factors like makeup, hair, and clothing when getting ready in the morning, which can be time consuming and overwhelming. While men, on the other hand, can often just throw on some clothes and be out the door. But at the same time, I think it's also worth noting that men's grooming routines can be just as important and time consuming as women's. Maybe not in the same way, but certainly in their own way. And of course, there are plenty of women who can get ready quickly and easily just like men. Ultimately, I think it's all about finding what works for you and your individual style. Whether you're a man or a woman, the most important thing is to feel confident and comfortable in what you're wearing. So, Madab, what do you think? Do men have it easier when it comes to getting dressed in the morning? Or is there more to it than meets the eye?
No, it's easier. And now explain me that. How does eating a healthy breakfast impact happiness?
Madab, I think we can all agree that eating a healthy breakfast can have a big impact on our overall mood and happiness. First of all, let's talk about the science behind it. When we eat a healthy breakfast, we're giving our bodies the fuel they need to function properly. We're talking about complex carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats, the good stuff. And when our bodies are fueled with the right foods, our brains are better equipped to produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are essential for regulating our mood. Think about it, Madab. When we skip breakfast or grab something quick and unhealthy, we're often left feeling groggy and irritable. We might even experience an energy crash or a sugar high, followed by a crash. And that's not exactly the recipe for happiness. On the other hand, when we eat a healthy breakfast, we're setting ourselves up for a day of energy, focus, and positivity. We're giving our brains the nutrients they need to function at their best, and that can have a big impact on our overall happiness. Plus, eating a healthy breakfast can also have a psychological impact. When we take the time to prepare a healthy meal, we're showing ourselves that we're worth it. We're taking care of ourselves, and that can give us a sense of pride and accomplishment. And let's not forget about the social benefits of eating breakfast, Madab. When we sit down to a healthy breakfast with loved ones, we're creating opportunities for connection and conversation. We're starting our day off on a positive note, and that can have a ripple effect throughout the day. So, what are some healthy breakfast ideas that can boost our happiness, Madab? I'm a big fan of oatmeal with fresh fruit and nuts, or scrambled eggs with whole grain toast and avocado. What about you? What's your go to healthy breakfast?
Okay, everyone, this is our interview. Maybe enjoy. If you enjoy, hit the like button. We will meet at next episode of Inspiring Minds and other guests. Take care of yourself and Allah.